a circle.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to, we'll put our soccer balls in our journals in a few minutes. But right now, I'm going to give you 3 real-world problems that have to do with soccer. And we're going to split up into groups of 3. So what I need is, I need you, and you to come sit over here at this table for me. Y'all can sit over here. Alright.
You take a pencil and ruler.
Take your pencil and ruler. Alright. Within your group of 3, and we're going to have one group of 4, but that's fine. There's going to be a speaker. Okay. A writer. And a reader. Okay. So, when I give you, we're going to go through the first problem together. But when I, yes, I have one. When I'll come around in a minute and let you know, or Miss Knight can figure out who the speakers, readers, and writers are. Okay? So we're going to look at the first problem together, and you can work anywhere on this paper to figure out your, to solve your equations. Okay? It doesn't matter to me. Or you can do it on the back. Or in your journal, it doesn't matter. But we're going to do a few calculations here, just like we did with our soccer ball just a minute ago. Okay? So, let's look at the first one, and then I'm going to let you work with your table groups. And then we're going to do our jobs. Sorry, my mind went blank there for a second. Okay, so here we go. Let's all look at number 1. Everybody looking at number 1? Your eyes have to be looking at your paper. Everybody looking at number 1. Here we go. Read it with me, please. Sarah and her friends went to the carnival. While looking at the Ferris wheel, they estimated the distance from one side of the Ferris wheel straight across to the other side to be about 40 feet. If their estimation is correct, what would the distance around the Ferris wheel be? What would the area be? Okay, stop right there. Everybody, close your eyes. Imagine a Ferris wheel. Okay, anyone who doesn't know, a Ferris wheel, fun ride that you can ride. Actually, it kind of creeps me out because you go up really high. But it's a ride you can ride where you get in the little bucket seats and it takes you up and all the way around. So we're thinking of going to a carnival to ride that Ferris wheel. Now, for some reason, somebody asked you to figure out the distance from one side of the Ferris wheel straight across to the other side. It tells you that's how many feet. Look at your problem. How many feet? 40. Very good. Okay, so where'd the marker go? Okay, so let's imagine we have a Ferris wheel. Here's our lovely Ferris wheel, and I wish I could take the time to draw our bucket seats, but we won't worry about that. Okay, so what they said is someone measured, I guess they had a lot of time on their hands, they measured across the Ferris wheel, and it was how many? 40 feet. 40 feet, okay. Alright, talk to your partners for just a second about what that is. What one of our vocabulary words is this right here? Say it to your group quickly.
Which vocabulary word is that?
Which one of these?
What's that?
What does it start
What do
with?
y'all think it is?
Yeah, diameter.
Is it diameter, radius, circumference, or area?
I think it is.
Yeah.
So your group is
Straight line across. Straight line across. Yeah, look at
Okay.
the board and you see the diameter goes straight across.
Alright, very good. Yes, and remember, you can reference. I just said it was vocabulary words. All you have to do is look over there. Look at the picture of diameter. It is straight across, a straight line through the center of a circle. So this went straight through our Ferris wheel, and that was 40 feet. Okay? Now, let's figure out what they want us to do with the problem. If turn to your group real quick and say, what are we looking for now? Are we looking for the diameter, the radius, the circumference, or the area?
All the way around.
Which picture shows you all the way around? Tell your group. What did y'all say? Okay, everybody, what are we looking for? Circumference. Very good. Say that again. Circumference. Very good. So, on the line, we're going to write out our formula for circumference, okay? On your line for number 1, where it says circumference, find it, and we're going to write out our formula. Well, let's look up here at Miss Clayton's formulas. The formula for circumference was, so let's put circumference equals, what is this again? Pi. What number is pi? 3.14. And then we're going to multiply that by the what? Diameter. What is the diameter again?
40 feet.
40 feet. Remember, someone measured it for us already, so we're going to multiply that. So now, somewhere on your paper or on the back, I want you to figure out that problem. And we'll go through it together in just a moment.
That should be pretty easy, I think.
Yeah, this one's going to be pretty easy.
Let's try it real quick. Write your math problem out. Pi. Well, yeah, but you don't have to write that. You've already written your formula right here.
Y'all didn't write the
So write that down.
out on your line. Probably because you already know. That's okay. It was just to make sure.
You want to multiply it times 40. How do we multiply that? Well, I would stack it up and use my multiplier. Like you did the last one.
Alright, thumbs up if you and your group are done. Y'all aren't done over here? Okay. You gotta be listening so you know when to let me know. Okay. I need a speaker from your group to tell me, or how about all the speakers? All the speakers, stand up and tell us what the circumference for number 1 was. Speakers, stand up.
Zero at the end, yeah.
My speakers aren't listening. Speakers, stand up.
They're not done, Dan.
16 square 1.
4 times
4
4.
times 1
Oh, is he still working?
plus 1. So I'm right. You right.
Alright, what was our circumference? Speakers?
4 times
16.
125.6 what?
4 there. Oh my God, Libby.
Feet. Very good. Okay. So the circumference was
Good.
100.
Yeah, over.
25.6
There's your spot, so that's fine.
feet.
We're trying to see where the decimal point goes to right
Now
now.
that.
Alright, speakers, thank you. Sit down.
Spot, so you gotta go.
The 5 is
The
correct.
answer is.
But what about the 4 times 3?
Alright, we're about to move to the second part of this.
What's 4 times 3?
Hands and eyes. Here we go. Now it wants us to find the what?
Area.
Area. So let's look at our area formula. Area formula. Area equals, please write this on the line underneath number 1, because I had one group that didn't listen the first time around. Area equals pi, which is what? 3.14 times the radius square. Well, what is, hold on just a second. Remember what radius is? Diameter is the distance all the way across the circle, but what is radius? It's half of that. So what's half of 40? 20. So we're going to multiply 3.14 times the radius, which is 20 squared. Oh my goodness, 20 squared. How am I going to figure out 20 squared?
What do we do when a number's squared?
What do we do when a number is squared?
Oh, do 2 times.
20 times 20? Yeah. It's 4
No, when you have to square a number, what do you do? Just tell me. You multiply it by itself. So we're thinking 20 times 20, which is what?
No, that's less be 20.
20 times 20. 400. Okay. So area equals 3.14 times, we said this was 400. Alright, see if you can figure that out somewhere on your paper. Sorry, I made you write too much.
Change that into
I hope I
400.
didn't confuse you.
Okay, now get a math problem started on the back.
Times 400. So it's going to be a very similar number.
3.14.
It's going to be a little different.
3.14 times 400. Okay.
But one thing I always do, since there's zeros there, you know anything times 0 is what? It's 0. So you can just scoot, if you scoot this over, this is how we look at it. Because you know there's always going to be a 0 in decimal places. Just bring those down.
See what they say.
Is that an easy way to multiply? Oh, and this is hey. You know what it is? Yes, that's exactly right.
How you doing, ladies? Somebody doing the
Seeing
math?
some people without feet. Don't forget to put the feet. I mean, it could be inches, it could be yards, it could be centimeters, it could be millimeters. We have to know how many. Well, I mean, what of how many
The decimal
feet?
point's still gonna go here. Right? It's only got 2 spaces. Yes, ma'am. Square feet, it's feet, sorry, feet.
Did you write your answer on the front?
Okay, is there anyone who needs a little more time? Alright, one of my speakers, who would like to share what area you found? What was the area you found of this Ferris wheel?
George.
Come on, speaker, somebody. Thank you. You'll get a ticket. Share it with me.
56 points.
Alright, is this what you have? Is that what you're telling me?
No, no.
Right?
It's 12. That was the last one.
We're still calculating. Okay, still calculating? Okay, keep going.
You move your decimal point.
This group's got it right here.
So now you have 2 decimal points, right? So move the decimal 1, 2, put it right there.
Yeah, you can just say
Put
it.
it right there. Decimal point.
You have it?
The decimal point. That's your answer. Bam. Feet squared.
Y'all ready to make exact to the left of
Feet squared. Did you already write it? Come on, put it. Let's go. Did you write it on the front?
Write it on the front.
The answer.
Marker being brave to share.
.00, that's your answer. And with a put your little thousand thing and put an equal sign. You know how to do a math problem, Charles?
Okay, hands and eyes. Here we go. Hands and eyes. Now, it's going to be time to go to volleyball soon, but before we go, I would like you to look at number 2 and listen to me. Who do you think is going to read the problem in your group? The reader. Okay, so should you mumble to where they can't understand you? No, you should read it clearly so they can hear. The other 2 people should be reading along. Okay, you don't just not do anything during this time. Alright? Then we're gonna have a writer. Everyone's gonna write it, but we're gonna let the writer maybe come up to the board and write it, the answer that you get. And then we're gonna have a speaker that gets to share your group's answer.
Don't move it.
Okay? So, the reader's going to start first. Y'all read the second problem, work on it together, write it, and then we'll have the writer write and the speaker speak. Ready? Go for number 2. We'll be walking around assisting. Yes, sir. Well, the problem is right there, number 2. So you're going to read that. Are you comfortable reading this for everybody?
Mike is getting you tired.
Are you reading it? Okay, you're doing good. Can you read it a little bit louder so that they can hear?
What did you do?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. You were doing great.
Mike is getting tires for his bike. Mike wondered that what existed around one tires plus he measured the bike's radius and found it to be 7 inches. What is the circumference of his tires? What is the area of his tires?
Very good. Thank you. There's your ticket. All right. So, think of a tire. Think of a tire. Someone measured that tire, and the radius was 7 inches. Draw a circle.
7 inches.
Which would be
Put a dot in the middle. Draw a line.
Y acá pones el 2.
Well, there's a circle. Good. That, this is your tire. That, whoever measured it, mine, whoever measured it, so this is 7 inches. Okay, 7 inches.
Pero no, mira,
All
espérate.
the way across.
Acá lo que yo hago es solo hago toda esta multiplicación así. Ya te pones 2 y luego todo lo que sea. Y ya.
We measured in inches. No, wait, this might be feet. What is it?
Yeah, that's the radius. That's the radius. Because remember, the radius is half of the square. Okay? So, let's figure out what the circumference is. Let's use our formulas to do that. Okay, so on our circumference line, on the circumference line, We're going to put C equals. C, not as it is. C equals. Pi, what do we know? We have to do what? 3 point, look over there. 3.14.
Times 7.
What does that D stand for?
Distant.
Diameter, good. Okay, but hold on a second. Not 7, not 7, don't you write 7 yet. 7 was the radius, that's half. But the diameter is the whole thing. So if you had 7 halfway and 7 halfway, what would that give you? This half of the circle is 7, and this half of the circle is 7. 14. So, this should be what you're trying to solve.
Formula is area times
Okay? Did you understand what I mean? Your radius was half of this circle. Okay, so this half was 7 inches long. And this half was 7 inches long. And you learned back in what, first grade that 7 plus 7 is what? 14. Y'all are so smart. Okay, so I want you to, somewhere on your paper, you're going to multiply 14, 3.14, which was pi, times 14. And that's going to give you your circumference. And the writer, you're going to have to be checking everybody. So come on.
I got 153 points.
Okay, now go ahead. You're fine.
Girls, I like the way you're checking each other. Good job.
Because you didn't multiply this by 49.
What's the math tonight? Look, I'm helping you.
How's it going? What y'all get for your area?
3.86
Squared inches. And y'all all got the same thing, huh? Cool. I'm going to check it real quick.
Look at exactly what I have.
Good. I'm glad. That's what you're supposed to do. Alright, y'all figure it out?
Friend's birthday today.
We'll take it step by step.
What is 4 times 9?
Everybody ready? 0. 4 times 0. 0. 4 times 4. 16. Put my 6. Very good. 4 times 1. And so we're going to add that 1. It's 5. Okay, so we've completed the first step. Okay?
4 times 1 is 4 plus 1.
Here we go. Right now, multiply for 1. 1 times 0. 1 times 0. 1 times 4. 1 times 1. 1. Everybody get the second line? Only one more together.
The one's right next to
This is what it should look like.
Now we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's in our decimal point. 49. It's 49. 49. Not 0.1. You're welcome.
3 times 0. 3 times 0. 3 times 4. 12. Put our 2. Here our 1. You can put it up above it, it's fine.
Am I right?
I finished
3 times 1. 3 plus that 1 was 4. Oh my goodness, now we have a bunch of numbers to add. Well, we can do it.
Yes, ma'am.
0 plus nothing is
0.
0 plus 0 plus 0.
0.
0. 6 plus 0 plus 0. 6. 5 plus 4.
So now,
We'll go on to the third problem. Good job. Excellent.
9 plus 2.
yes, number 3. Be number 3 now.
Want to put
Alright, wait, you gotta carry the mic.
all the way around.
Right on your sleeve.